Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Down Channel. We're here off of Hollywood Boulevard, just north of Stewart, adventuring in the east side of town once more. We often find ourselves over here, but that's because there's always something different to see, always something different going on, and it's hard to predict what that's going to be, but that's why we watch the Vegas Down Channel every video to the end, because we never know what we're going to see. You could see a little bit of Hollywood history here in Vegas, like the Simpsons house or Liberace's house or Wayne Newton's former ranch. Well, Liberace's former house, I guess I should say. Hoover Dam. You can see any number of things here on the Vegas Down Channel. As we proceed northbound, that was Bonanza. Bonanza's a major east-west artery here on the east side of town, pretty much. And then Hollywood here is, they did a great job widening it a few years ago. Probably like 6 years ago now. Something like that. But it took forever for them to do it. But once it was done, it actually turned out pretty nice, I think, in my opinion. Compared to the rest of the east side, that's for sure. And you don't see dumpsters lining Hollywood, the unofficial mascot of Las Vegas. But of course we have the state flower up here, which could also vie for the title of state flower. And that is the orange and white barricades on both sides of the road here. It doesn't take them long before they start damaging the roadway and having to redig it and all of that. It doesn't take that long at all. And then of course the pipes underneath, the pipes have to be replaced every so often, the drainage pipes and all that. This is Owens Avenue here. We're going to make a left here onto Owens, go westbound. Owens is another major east-west artery. It becomes Vegas Drive on the other side of I believe it's MLK out there on the west side of town. Anything west of the 15 is considered the west side of town. So that is definitely west of the 15, Interstate 15, which is of course a major interstate arterial highway here in the western United States, traveling all the way from northeast of San Diego and east of LA, all the way up to the border with Canada there in Montana. We'll pause it here for a moment. As soon as I said that, the light turned green. There we go. State flowers in full bloom on both sides of the street. Just waiting to create the allergy that is traffic congestion for all of us. No one is immune to that allergy. Unless you're like retired and live at home and don't have to go anywhere on the daily. Otherwise, the rest of us, yeah, it's an allergy we cannot escape. An ineluctable allergy. Past Schatz Street here. Look at this guy. I'm going to pull right out in front of you. Some of the homes over here lining Owens, newer neighborhoods. Pretty nice. That one had like a casita with grass growing on the roof or something there. This is Mount Hood Street, a very appropriately named street in my humble opinion. Done a lot of videos up and down Mount Hood, so feel free to check those out in our video library. Mount Hood becomes Fog Street south of here. See just the very faintest glimpse of snow still up there on the very top of Mount Charleston there. Off to the center right, it's blocked right now by the trees, but it was, we actually had two good heavy snow events up there. Well, not we, they did. And so we did video back in January going up there, and there was actually a horse in the middle of the roadway. So feel free to check that out in our video library. We have over 6,700 videos in our video library for you to take a look at. As we continue westbound here on Owens. Passing Trish Lane for our friends following along at home on your preferred map app. If you're new to the channel, please do like, follow, share, and subscribe. It really helps recommend us to other viewers. Absolutely helps recommend us to the almighty algorithm. The almighty algorithm is what really carries away to your voice to other folks. Look like a yard sale of some sort there. I don't know. That looks might be something that they do on the daily here as well. Usually there's a rainbow colored umbrella up here on the corner selling juices and other things. Now it is just a blue tent. They ran out of rainbow colored umbrellas, but there he is, selling whatever it is they sell there. I'm sure you could get just about anything you want from that guy. So that was Christie Lane. We do a lot of videos up and down Christie here on the Vegas Don channel, so feel free to check those out as well. This roadway is in terrible shape. You can tell just from all the bouncy all over the place. It is a very bumpy ride. But believe it or not, it's not as bad as Lake Mead Boulevard, just to our north here, like a 3/8 of a mile to the north of us here. Lake Mead is in really rough shape. Of course, Lake Mead Boulevard out there in Summerlin, terrific shape. Tale of two cities, huh? So this is Nellis Boulevard here. We'll make a right and go northbound here. For a little ways. Rodeo Western Wear right there. Says it's open. I hadn't noticed that before being over here. Golden Barn Lounge, open 24 hours, it says over there on the other side of the street. And then you have Antojitos Sinaloa sushi and Mexican food. Now that's interesting, huh? That's an interesting mix. Sushi and Mexican food. Would that be like an Asian Mexican fusion or something? What if you had a burrito of sushi? That would be a real sushi roll, huh? So this is Lake Mead Boulevard here. $3.49 a gallon, you can see here, for regular unleaded. Cash price. We'll pause it here for a moment. And here we go. Northbound on Nellis, past Lake Mead Boulevard. This is a major intersection here. A lot of collisions here at this intersection. Of course, they say, the cops say that at any given time, day or night, any given hour, there are typically 20% of the drivers on the road that have that are inebriated, intoxicated, etc. This is another example of the epidemic here in Las Vegas. This Chrysler 300 here in front of us, you see no tag on it. There's so many cars, and that's, I was saying in earlier videos, let's make it a fun drinking game for you. Make sure you're at home if you're imbibing anything with alcohol in it, but take a shot every time we see a car with no tag on it. It'll get you messed up real quick. This is an undercover, at least unmarked, Metro PD vehicle here in front of us. It's got the lights just behind the rear headrests, and then a tag says Las Vegas Metro. Some time ago, I believe it was at 73, if I remember what Tobin said correctly. City of Las Vegas and the Clark County Sheriff's Department got together and said, okay, let's create this one unified, big, beautiful police department. And they called that Las Vegas Metro Police Department. And so that is the modern day law enforcement authority for all of Clark County. Clark County here in Nevada is very big. It extends probably, I want to say 200 miles north to south, because it goes all the way out to Laughlin, down there by the triangle, the borders with Arizona and California, and then goes all the way up to where Mesquite is, there where Interstate 15 exits the state and enters Arizona. Make a red light all the way through here, so I'm going to make a left onto Cheyenne, which is another major east-west artery. We've done a lot of videos of our time over here east of here. Lots and lots of encampments over there. So feel free to check those out in our video library as well. Lots and lots of folks out there. Right out here on the southern perimeter of Nellis Air Force Base out there. And you see an RV right there. Someone setting up camp right there. Please check out my beautiful wife's brand new channel here on YouTube. It is called Cinnamon and Jupiter. And it is she deals with spirituality and astrology here on YouTube. And even if that's not your thing, if you could still like and subscribe, it would really, really help us out. And help the algorithm out. Really, really appreciate it. And also refer her to anyone you know that may be into spirituality and astrology as well. Also check out Vids from Mike, VIDSFROMMIKE here on YouTube. He does some terrific sunrise and sunset drone videos to include plane spotting and the elusive and mysterious Janet Airlines. If you don't know Janet Airlines, feel free to do a quick Google search. Prepare to be wowed and amazed. So Cheyenne, starting here at Nellis, becomes State Route 574 here in Nevada. This is a long light. There's Nellis Air Force Base over there off to the right. You can see the water tower for it there, the beige water tower off to the right in the distance. So now westbound here on Cheyenne, a major east-west artery throughout all of Las Vegas. And once again, I would like to thank you all so very, very much for being here. I could not do this without you guys, and that's a fact. Please smash that like and subscribe. We bring you all things Vegas here on the Vegas Dawn channel, not just the glitz and the glamour of the Las Vegas Strip and Fremont Street, if you consider Fremont to be glitzy and glamorous. But all things Vegas, all over Vegas. As well as any of our travels that we may end up doing. My wife and I have talked about heading back to Florida and doing some live drives, live streams down there. I'm from Fort Lauderdale originally, so hopefully you'll check those out once they're up later this year. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Dawn channel, it is the journey where what happens in Vegas stays here in Vegas on the Vegas Dawn channel on YouTube. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. We'll see you next time.